Everything about running a business probably should start with having a great wealth manager. All business owners don't have one because we go through a cycle as we own a business. And I've walked through that cycle myself and I fully understand it. See, we start out, we're running this business, and sometimes we've gotten debt. All we're trying to do is put food on the table. We get to phase two, the business starts to generate cash. The first thing we do is we reinvest the cash in the business to grow. And so we get to phase three, and now when we should be worried about wealth, we're saying, I've been sacrificing my personal life for this. So all of a sudden, my cost of living starts to creep up a little bit. It grows with the availability of that excess cash. And where we get a little bit in trouble is we sit down with a wealth manager when we're not earning anything. And they tell us something like, well, you need to put this much away. And you walk out of there and you think, yeah, that's not going to happen. Or you listen to that number on the back of the napkin, or you have that Monte Carlo report and you say, oh yeah, okay, I got this hands down. But it's one of those things where you really have to once a year sit down and say, how's things going? Because in a perfect world, you'd like to have a combination of assets. So we had a business owner that when we first started talking with them, they probably had $1 million of assets in stocks and bonds, and their business was probably worth $1.5 million. But the fact of the matter is they needed about $5 million. And so we worked on cash flow generation. So in the business model, more cash that could then be invested. So less than 3.5 years later, they had 3 million or so in wealth, and their business sold for about 5 million. So it gave them flexibility. And that's the whole thing. You're trying to get freedom of choice. And so working in tandem with the right amount of cash going into that wealth manager is a critical aspect of being a business owner, because you don't have a pension. You are your pension.